Courtney here, and I have a box opening to do today. I haven't done one of these in a little while. I have gotten like a couple of Ashton Drake dolls, which I haven't done a video. I think I started to do one and the lighting was awful, and I just like didn't have the energy to fiddle with all that, and so I didn't do those. But this one was pretty special. So I'm going to only open it to right there because I don't want to show my address. But I want to mention a little bit about who this is. So recently my mom, well, kind of a bit of a history. So one of the first dolls I ever made was the Welcome Back Taylor sculpt by Tamie, Yarie. And this is the baby right here. And so she was made, I'm going to call her a she for now, but she was made in the spring, late winter, early spring of 2010. So she is over 10 years old. And when I made her at the time, I made her and then I had, wanted to put her up for sale. And every time I got ready to, my mom was upset that I was putting her up for sale. And even my dad just had something like a connection to this baby. It was like, oh, this is the best baby, and da-da-da-da. And in the end, I actually wound up gifting this doll to my mom because she loved her so much. So Lulu was what my mom named her, and Lulu's been around for 10 years. And very recently, again, this was one of the first dolls I ever made, and so obviously my experience was very low. And at the time, she has acrylic eyes, and at the time they were recommending to use Aleene's paper glaze to make like the tear effect, which I did, but I don't know if it's like at one point where she was sitting in the sun or something, but something caused her eyes to basically made the glaze become not clear anymore. Like they're very foggy looking. And the other thing is my reading, of course, was pretty atrocious. So you can see it is quite pluggy. Funny enough, I've seen pluggier these days, but even still, I was not, definitely not happy with this reading. But her hair is still incredibly soft. Whatever hair I used at the time, I want to say it was Slumberland, was very good quality. Some of her hair in this area has either broken off because she is a doll that doesn't get played with, never got really played with much. So she laid in the same spot with her head, like against a pillow, and just like subtle rubbing just from movements, just subtle movements that she's made has caused some of her hair to break off. So with that being said, my mom recently, we were talking about going to the doll show, and she has Lulu, and then she has another one, Sue Lynn, which is the Robin sculpt, which she loves her too. And she's taken her to some doll shows, but my mom has really been wanting to take Lulu to a doll show, but we both agree that she is not the best representation of my work, and thus my mom has not really wanted to take her anywhere. I don't mind if she takes her because I just tell her that she's my older work, we still love her to pieces, but my mom wanted me to redo her. But the problem was, she's such an older sculpt, and her hair is with the deep plugs were just a mess, and so I was genuinely just afraid of messing with her because I was just afraid I was going to make her worse. She is an older sculpt, and because at the time I used to heat between every layer, which I don't do that now. Overheating does mess up the vinyl, and so I was just afraid of messing with her. So I told my mom, I said, why don't I put a wanted in search of post online and see if I can find her kit. Her kit is very, very rare, hard to find, unfortunately. But I said I'm just going to see what I can come up with, and if we can find a kit, then we can sell Lulu and kind of do like a trade-off where I'll just buy the kit and then I can sell her for the price of the kit, etc. But instead of finding a kit, we actually found a doll that was already made. That a lovely lady. So funny enough, several years ago for Mother's Day, I bought my mom the twin to Lulu. She's the Welcome Back Taylor sculpt, and her twin sculpt is the original Taylor. And you talk about a even harder kit to find. So I wound up actually finding an already reborn version of that kit by this very same lady. Very sweet lady. So I bought her. My mom has had her. So Lulu and Charlotte is her name. We've been saying they're twins. So, but when I put this out, same lady contacted me and said, "Hey, I also have the Welcome Back Taylor sculpt." So in the end, I wound up buying her because I was really unsure about if I was going to get the kit or not. So she is in here. And so, because we bought her, I was going to list Lulu for sale. But as I was getting ready to list, or getting ready to like take her pictures, I was heartbroken because she's been around here for 10 years. We've seen her face every day for 10 years. And the other thing with me is I've always regretted not keeping my very, very first Reborn. A lot of artists do that. And I love that because like you kind of see where you came from to where, you know, how you are now. And it's been, so I started Reborning in November 2009. So it's been almost 11 years, but she's like kind of my 10-year work mark. Little over 10 years at this point, but I made her a little over 10 years ago, and I decided that I wanted to keep her and because I'm getting my mom this one, I paid for her. This was going to be another gift to my mom. So in the end, I basically wound up buying this for a doll for my mom, and in exchange, I am keeping Lulu, who I have rechanged back into a boy, because when I originally made this doll, I had actually made it a boy to sell. My mom wanted a girl, so she changed her to a girl. So now she's back to a boy, and I, at this point, have kept the original sculpt named Taylor, because of course this is the new Lulu. So anyway, that's like my grand story. So Taylor is now mine, and I absolutely adore him. Again, one of the first Reborns I ever did. Sweetest little face, and even though the eyes, I could replace the eyes, but I just don't want to. There's just something about them that the placement and everything is just so perfect and endearing to me that I really don't want to change anything about him. Obviously, if some like major issues come up later down the road, I might change, but as he is, I love him and he is mine now. So that's actually kind of exciting for me too. And of course, my mom very morbidly pointed out, well, when I die, you're going to get them anyway. Thanks, Mom. I don't want that. Okay, so here we go. Oh my goodness, look at this angel. So here we go. Welcome Back, Taylor. This is number 71. So yeah, only 750 were made of Welcome Back, Taylor, and only 450 were made of the original Taylor, which she also has one of. Oh, so she was made in 2010. Hey, how about that? So this this Taylor is also oh my gosh, what's today's date? Today is the 16th. Wow, she just turned 10 years old. How crazy is that? I got her on her almost birthday. So you get this cute little stuff. And yes, I guess I technically should be letting my mom open this, but what I'm gonna do is open her up, fix her up, and then present her to my mom. My mom is actually watching her grandbabies right now. My brother had a health issue, health emergency come up, and so they had to go to the doctor, and so my mom went to watch them. This is really cute. Carter's Classic, and this looks like, almost looks like the three little kittens who lost their mittens. They're a little bit upset. That's really cute. So we got a gown, and then we've got, looks like a little cute leopard sleeper. Oh, look at that. The little mice faces. That's adorable. And a mice butt. Oh my gosh, I love that. My mom will like that too. Alright, let's get to the baby. We do also have a little passy in here. I'm sorry that was such a long story at the beginning, but I really wanted to explain, you know, like where she came from, why we got her, and technically she's not mine. I bought her from my mom. Oh, the sleeper is so sweet too. Oh, look at you. It's so crazy to see another. Welcome back, Taylor. Oh, her little bonnet's so sweet. Oh, your hair is so much nicer. Funny enough, it's not as soft as Lulu's, but it's rooted really nice. Hi, honey. Hi, you're the new Lulu. Look at there. So my mom has mentioned wanting me to repaint both her and the Taylor sculpt, or her Charlotte, which we might do at some point. Obviously this original artist did a fantastic job on her, and I always hate like going over an artist's work unless I have to, like unless there's some issues. The body's really nice. She's definitely floppy, but so is Lulu. Back then we used to weight them like, we know a lot more now. She also has like heavier, I don't know if those are poly pellets. They're not well, they might be micro beads. That's really nice. It's so funny, back then we used to always weight babies like really floppy, like most artists did, and now we tend to get bodies like with the exact correct proportion, and we stuff them so that they're not like unrealistically floppy like that, and then we'll oh, sorry guys. And then we will, gosh, she's so cute. Look at that face. And then we'll like add the really soft polyfill so that they're still cuddly, but they're not like really, you know, oddly. And this one's the same way. Like I've never weighted him or anything, and he's the same way, exact same floppiness. Look at you two. How cute are you guys? I love this sculpt, I really do. Oh, and she's got her little bracelet, her little anklet, I mean, like her hospital bracelet. They're so cute. Okay, let's move in back. Alright guys, so this is the new Lulu, and she is precious. I'm going to send pictures to my mom right now, and then I'll get her all presented so that when my mom gets home, she can see her. Look at that. It's a little bit big for your face, but that's okay. You're so cute. Alright guys, well thanks for watching, and we will see you in another video soon. Bye!